Hi.
Hi, thank you so much for joining me.
Of course. Can you see me?
No.
Ooh, let me try and see. Let me start up my video.
Oh, cool, I can see you now.
Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you? Thank you for joining me.
Of course. Thank you so much for having me. It means so
Yeah,
much to me.
yeah, I love your YouTube channel and your TikTok.
Thank you so much. I was actually just about to post a TikTok.
Oh, awesome. So for those who don't know who you are, how would you describe like who you are and what you do?
So, my name is Paul. I'm a reaction YouTube channel on YouTube, I guess you could say, and I also have an active TikTok account. And I just recently hit 50K, which was quite the
Okay.
surprise. It was really awesome to see those numbers. I didn't expect that when I started to join the app, but it's a fun journey.
Yeah, for sure. And then what inspired you to start your YouTube channel?
So I was probably around 14 or 15 when I made my very first YouTube channel,
Cool.
but also at the time I was very much closeted. I wasn't out to my family or to friends, and I also didn't feel like it was the right time to share that much information about my life to
Yeah.
other people. Um, so probably when I came out of the closet to my
Yeah.
parents, I got a lot of courage and I was just like, I don't care what anybody says. This is what I want to do.
That's awesome. Yeah, it definitely can take a while to like get there where you're like, I'm just gonna share whatever I want.
Exactly. And being in front of the camera, sometimes it's not always the easiest thing. I still
Yeah.
sometimes get camera shy and get nervous in front of a camera. And I've been doing this for roughly like 2 years straight, I would say.
Oh, awesome. And then you do a lot of music artists. Who are your favorite artists to react to?
Some of my favorite artists to react to are Miley Cyrus, Doja Cat, Nicki Minaj. I'm obsessed with. I love female empowerment. I think that that's something that I'm very much passionate on. I'm a very strong feminist. So when it comes to female music, I find a really strong connection with it.
Yeah,
So
me
if you
too.
scroll on my channel, you'll see I mostly focus on female music or female artists, just because I feel like I relate to that a little bit more than some other artists.
Yeah, I agree totally. Yeah, and then what inspired you to get on TikTok?
Honestly, so I started TikTok as a joke because my
Yeah.
friends was on it all the time. And I was like, that app is so annoying. I can't handle
Yeah,
multiple
same.
videos playing in the back of my head. Like, that's so loud, so much noise. Until one day I got on there and I was just scrolling and I catch myself on there for like 2 hours.
Oh,
After being on there for 2 hours, I was just like, let me post a video. And I think it probably took like a month or two after posting like every other day
mm-hmm.
until I realized that I started to gain like a following.
Mm.
So I think, doing YouTube for so long and of course everything going so good on YouTube and then seeing TikTok and how great the platform could like genuinely make your career, I
Yeah.
was definitely in shock and I was like, yeah, I'll definitely try my, try my my style on TikTok and see how it goes.
Yeah, what would you say is your favorite part about TikTok?
My favorite part about TikTok is how easy the exposure is, especially for people who genuinely deserve it, like music artists, people who sing, people who act, because I feel like there's so much to offer on TikTok and there's so many people and it's much different from Instagram. Instagram kind of has the Explorer page, but I'm not sure if you go on it. But me personally, I don't really go on Instagram Explorer page. I stay on my feed and just look at who I'm following.
Totally.
TikTok, it gives you an option, and the first option is to look at your For You page, which is their version of an Explorer page. So
Yeah.
I think how easy it is for the exposure and how easy it is for people who genuinely deserve it to blow up.
Hmm.
I think that that's probably my favorite part about TikTok.
Yeah, I mean, if anything on TikTok, I feel like I never look at people who I follow and just look at the For You page.
I know, right? And I think that's why it's so like kind of so crazy how TikTok, where we want to look at the strangers, sometimes seeing a
Yeah,
familiar face with a scroll, like, okay, we've watched him before.
yeah,
But on Instagram, we don't want to see a stranger on our page. We don't want to see, because
totally.
I feel like Instagram is way more casual.
Yeah, for sure.
So
Yeah, and then what would you say has been kind of the highlight of your internet career so far?
I love that question, honestly. The highlight of my internet career so far has definitely been when Miley Cyrus posted me on her YouTube channel for the prisoner reaction. I'm a Miley fan. Like, I'm gonna be real honest. I have a Miley Cyrus tattoo. So when I found out she posted me, I was like, "You're kidding,"
Yeah,
and
like dream come true.
literally. And then also because I was such a big fan through Instagram, Twitter, and like YouTube, TikTok, and all of that, somebody actually reached out to me to be on Jimmy Kimmel with Miley Cyrus because of my act on YouTube and doing all of this stuff, which I think 13-year-old me would be pretty proud of myself if I told him what I was doing now.
Yeah, what is it about Miley Cyrus that has really like connected you to her?
Ever since I was a little boy, I mean, I was like 6 years old, obsessed with Hannah Montana. Like that was like my number one obsession. It's all I ever wanted to be. I wanted to be on a stage, singing my heart out, like a total different person, like living two different lives. But I think it was Miley's realness. And then once she became more Miley Cyrus, I was able to connect with her. And I felt like when you relate to, it's hard to relate to an artist, especially if you don't know them personally.
Yeah.
And after hearing so much music just from like the age of 6 years old, I realized that, you know, I genuinely relate to almost every word that she says and the exact same feeling that she has. So I think that's what genuinely connected me with Miley Cyrus. And also she's such a big rally of the LGBT, which makes me feel so comfortable supporting someone so much that also supports me so much, you know? So I think that's what it is.
Yeah. And then obviously you do a lot of stuff on the internet between like TikTok and YouTube, like all social media. But if you could change something about the internet, what would you change?
Oh my God, I'm obsessed with this question because I hope a day in the future that I will be able to change it. But I think that it's for people to think before they comment and for people to think before they post under other people's posts, because I've seen multiple, and this is gonna sound really sad, but I've seen like multiple disabled people on TikTok, and the comment section is just like, how would anybody even imagine to say those words to someone? How would anybody even think to say those words to someone? TikTok is an app for creation. They're just creating videos. They're just having fun. And then people say all these nasty, cruel things. So I think that bullying and definitely having people think before they speak and think before they comment, and it, you know, genuinely like think, is this comment going to help you? Is this comment going to help someone? Is this comment going to affect somebody's life? Is this comment going to hurt somebody? And I think that that's like the common knowledge that I would love for other people to have along with myself, because I have that knowledge. And it blows my mind how other people don't have the knowledge to not write something mean under somebody else's post, you know?
Totally. It's
So I
crazy.
think that's the number one thing that I would change. And plus also the stereotype influencers in LA. I think that I would love to change that a little bit and give them some originality, because I was born and raised in LA. Like I've seen so many people like come from even like Oklahoma, from Ohio, from anywhere, and try and move out here to LA, and they expect something totally different than what it actually is. And I tell them like, no, I promise you, LA is like totally chill, totally calm, totally normal. If anything, you might get more bored in LA because you don't know about everything than you will at home. You know what I mean?
Totally agree, for sure. Yeah, and then especially with the hate, I feel like there's so much hate on TikTok, which is really crazy. And you
And
see how many haters there are. It's kind of scary.
I know it honestly gets extremely overwhelming, and especially to people that, like, for me personally, I get a lot of anxiety. So when I get hate, I just delete it and I never look at it again. I'm just like,
Yeah.
let me get that out of my life. But then there's other people, and there's like children on this app that are getting like tremendous amounts of hate. And I'm just thinking, I'm just like, if that was me at like 11 years old getting this amount of hate, I don't, or like 15 years old, 16 years old, however old they are, because I'm only 20 years old myself, I genuinely would panic. Like I would have so much anxiety. I think that that would ruin part of my mental health. And that's what I'm scared of, is that TikTok and, you know, a lot of like these resources where people are able to comment and able to say whatever they want has definitely affected so many young kids' brains. And like, you know, I'm pretty sure like body dysmorphia and just like a lot of stuff in that aspect, which, you know, calling people, or like saying, for instance, if somebody's overweight, or it depends on their race or disability, you can just see how the comments always seem to target that one particular issue. It doesn't need to stand out, but it only stands out because of the comments that are like doing it. And it's kind of like a trend. Like it's a trend to make fun of people. It's a trend to say, you know, these weird things. And if you see, most of the hate comments have like over 20,000 likes under the TikTok video.
Crazy.
And it's just like, how do you even have the heart to like that, to agree with it? You know, even if it's not going to show your name, but still.
It's so shocking. And I feel like 10 years ago, it was like not that many people got hate. And if you got hate, it was such a big deal. You were like Rebekah Black Friday. It was like, how
Yes.
could people hate on you? But now it's like everybody gets hate.
It's just normal nowadays, which is so funny that you were mentioning Rebekah Black, because she was literally such a prime example of like on
Yes.
social media. She was getting hated all over YouTube. There was like hundreds of like parodies of her song. It was like, And it was so funny because she genuinely just started because she wanted to have a fun career. She wanted to do
Yeah.
something with her career and make it fun. And then the whole internet kind of turned it around. And now I'm sure that she will never, like, she's put out music since then, I'm more than sure. But I
Mhm.
don't think she's ever really, done what she really wanted to do after that, because the internet took her as like a meme, I guess you could say.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, but people love your reaction videos, which is awesome. And like you spread a lot of positivity and just good vibes with your videos. But what do you think makes your reaction videos stand out from like so many reaction YouTubers?
Let's see. I think it's because I'm very jumpy. I'm a very active person, so I'm really loud as well, kind of obnoxious. I'm kind of annoying if I'm being completely honest. I don't I've read this thing where it says always give 110% when you're filming. So that's what I do. I give my 100% energy and I just push everything to the front. When it comes to like reactions, I think that I was grown up around music and my passion in life is music. However, I might not be the best singer or the best producer,
Mhm.
but even if it's just listening, that is still such a big passion of mine. Um, what makes me different, I would definitely say, is probably my personality. I think that I have um, a humor that not many people understand, and then the
Yeah.
people who do understand my humor, they're just like, okay, yeah, I get this guy a lot.
Mhm.
I have a dark humor, but also a really light humor. I don't. It's crazy, but I think that there's many things. It's just I think that definitely depends on the day as well. If I'm having a bad day and I film, girl, it is not gonna be a good video. But if I'm having
Oh,
the best day, I put me on a camera, I put on my lights, I feel cute. I
mhm.
know I'll definitely be able to get some good content out.
Yeah, totally. And I think it's great that you have a lot of energy because I think like way too many people like don't really put the effort towards it or like have any energy. And so it's like so refreshing to see somebody who actually has energy.
I agree. When I see people have energy on YouTube, I'm like, yes, they actually love what they do. Like,
Yeah.
I love what I do when it comes to YouTube. So that's what I think that's what makes me so happy.
Yeah, totally. And then to you, what makes an artist stand worthy? And then what makes a song stand worthy?
I love it. I honestly love those questions. What makes an artist stand worthy to me? I would definitely say who they stand for, what they stand for,
Mhm.
and if they can make me dance or if they can make me cry. I think those are the two main those are the two main things that I focus on when it comes to like music and when it comes to an album and artist. If you can make me get up off my feet and dance, or if you can make me go in a ball and cry, you've definitely done something to me and you made my emotions happy. So I think that that's what definitely makes this artist stand worthy. What makes a song stand worthy is definitely meaning. I feel like meaning towards a song or a hidden meaning inside of the song could definitely make me like read the lyrics and like have an eye opener and be like, oh my God, this is truly the best song ever. Like, you know what I mean? Uh,
Yeah,
have you heard Driver's License by Olivia Rodrigo?
I haven't yet, but I need
Oh my
to.
God. That song, for instance, like her voice is so amazing. Her lyrics are so amazing. The way she sings is stunning, right? I
Right.
never really listened to her before, and I was just like, let me just see what the song's about. I've listened to it like 1,000 times since I played it. I'm literally so obsessed with it. It's going all over TikTok. It's super viral right now. And I was just thinking, like, this girl is stan worthy. Like, I would be able to stand her because, first off, she's super young. She has amazing talent. And then not only that, she's kind of like a up and coming Disney star because she started on Disney,
Hmm.
which Hannah Montana, Miley
Yeah,
Cyrus, you know what I
totally,
mean? Like
totally.
I love Disney. But I think that this girl definitely has a lot to offer, and I'm really excited to see what she has in the future. So that's why I would definitely say she's stand worthy. I want to see what she has.
Mhm.
She made me interested in her career to want to see what else she has. Like she's been on High School Musical, the newest edition, like
Mhm.
on Disney Plus. Oh, 1 second. I think I might have to sneeze. I'm so sorry.
Oh, you're cool. It
I'm
happens.
so sorry.
Oh, it's cool.
Okay, we are all good. Um, I'm so sorry. Can you repeat the question again?
But like, what makes the artist stand worthy, and then what makes the song stand worthy?
Okay. Let's see. I'm so sorry. I
Oh,
am.
you're cool.
Should I restart the question? Like, should I?
Sure.
Okay. So in my personal opinion, what makes an artist stand worthy is definitely having meaning to their music, to who they
Hmm.
support, what they do, and how they support it. And then also when it comes to music, what makes a song stand worthy or what makes certain music stand worthy, I would definitely say is the meaning. If you can make me get up and dance, or if you can make me crawl on a ball and cry, I
Yeah.
swear you've touched my heart in some type of way, and that means something to me.
Mhm.
I love all genres of music, but when it comes to pop music, I find myself really fascinated with the pop girls that are from the early 2000s and even nowadays. I'm obsessed. Like I can't say anything less besides like I'm genuinely obsessed with these type of music. Um, there's this girl named Olivia Rodrigo. She just came out with a song called Driver's License. For instance, she has one official song on her discography that she wrote that's like not from like a soundtrack.
Mhm.
And that girl is so stand worthy. Like she literally made me go from just listening to that one song, Driver's License, to like listening to the rest of her discography, which just it was literally a High School Musical soundtrack. And I was just like, yeah, I'm 20 years old, but I'm still gonna listen to it because it's that good.
Totally. Yeah, and then when it comes to stan culture and fandoms, would you consider yourself a part of stan culture and a part of fandom culture, or do you think it's kind of toxic?
That is the best question I've ever heard of 2021. Let me just tell you that because this is something that could definitely bring awareness to a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
Me personally, I was definitely a part of stan culture. I was a part of fandom culture for a little bit over like most of my life. I'm just going to be completely honest. Once Twitter was a thing, I had a fan account on Twitter. Once Instagram was a thing, I had a fan account on Instagram. However, I will definitely tell you this. I think when I turned like 15 or 16 years old, I realized like, okay, I don't want to do this anymore. I kind of want to focus on my own career, maybe do something for myself. That's when I started to think about modeling, YouTube, all of these crazy things that I'm doing now. 16-year-old me would totally freak out at. But I think that it's definitely been a twist. It's been a journey. And Twitter is, I think what I could say about Twitter is that if you follow the right people, then you are okay. If you follow like a good amount of people, or if you follow a decent, how can I put this? I'm so sorry. If you follow the right people, then
Yeah.
Twitter could be very much okay. Twitter could be perfect. You could have a lot of fun on Twitter. But once you get involved with too many people on Twitter and then you kind of get addicted to Twitter, it became really bad because I got canceled on Twitter over not knowing the right answer to a Miley Cyrus trivia question.
Really?
And I seen myself lose like 400 followers. And I was just like, because I got one question wrong. And then after that, it was like crazy amounts of hate. And I
Yeah.
actually deleted Twitter. I was like, I don't know if I could do this anymore. I'm like too heartbroken over this. This is not making me want to do TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube or anything. So I definitely think that bullying is such a big part of Twitter and Twitter and stan culture that I do not associate myself with. I think that I don't necessarily know the program of it, but there's a certain program that stands against bullying. And I think that that's definitely something that we should all look into, especially people on Twitter, because God, Jesus, it definitely gets so crazy. It really does. Sorry for rambling about that. I'm so sorry.
Oh, it's cool. I've been kind of in and out of a couple fandoms, and they can be so fun and so great and like positive, and you can make these friends, and it's so fun. And then sometimes it just takes a turn, and you're like,
I know, especially when you have like a group chat with so many people and like, or even just like there's certain people inside of the fandoms that have like a higher position, right? Or like
mhm,
these people that actually work with the artist that you're a really big fan of. And
yeah,
then like, for me personally, how it was is I was a humongous fan of Miley Cyrus, and there was this girl who worked with Miley, and she was being really rude to me on Twitter after I got the trivia question wrong. And I exploded her. I was like, why are you being so rude to me? If you was in my shoes, I would be so happy for you. And plus, you've worked with Miley so many times, so how could you be jealous? And like that's all I said to her. And then she like DM'd me on Instagram, DM'd me on Twitter, like tried to like contact me in 50 different social media places just so I don't make her seem like the bad guy because everyone was kind of like defending me. And I
mhm,
didn't want that. Like, I didn't want to make her seem like a bad guy. I was just genuinely hurt. Like, I was like, girl, I look up to you. You work with Miley. You designed for Miley. Like, how could you genuinely have that type of energy towards me when you could easily call your manager or call Miley yourself off of your phone and have a Quivia test with her? Like, it was a by chance and a by luck that I was actually able to do a Quivia game with Miley. Um, and I feel like I'm extremely lucky and blessed. However, that bullying experience and the experience that I got off of Twitter afterwards, it was so overwhelming and it was so heartbreaking to me because it was like people that I was so close with was
mhm,
even tweeting about like how embarrassing it was and how sad it was. And if you watch the video, like it's even on YouTube, it's really not that embarrassing. People were just definitely taking it way out of proportion, especially because they cut out at least 10 minutes of me and Miley speaking. Me and Miley was having such a good conversation. We were joking and laughing with each other, and they cut that out. They didn't put that on TV, but they put in all of the parts where I messed up and where Jimmy did not mess up, because Jimmy Kimmel messed up in like 2 parts of the interview, but they cut that out because of course it's Jimmy Kimmel. They're not going to want him to look bad. But me, I was A-okay to look bad. Anyways, that's why I got off of Stan Twitter, and that's why I personally think that Stan Twitter could be a plus to many people, but also a very negative site for people who have a soft heart, I guess you could say.
Yeah, for sure. And then I saw on your TikTok how you kind of collect celebrity perfumes, which I love celebrity perfumes too. They're like my guilty pleasure, like everything. Like, so what would you say are like your top 5?
Top 5 celebrity perfumes. Okay, first one is probably Pink Friday, Nicki Minaj. I actually have all of my perfumes over there. Pink Friday, Nicki Minaj is definitely one of my all-time favorite perfumes. That one smells so good. It brings back so many memories. Let's see here. Nude by Rihanna. Oh my God, such a classy, sexy, elegant scent, and honestly makes me feel like a bad biddy. I swear. Let's see. Our Time by One Direction. Really good. Like, honestly, One Direction's perfumes were elite. Let's see. Girlfriend by Justin Bieber was really good too.
Oh, I remember that one.
So good. Let's see. Let me check. Oh, and you can't forget the all-time classic Fantasy by Britney Spears.
Oh, I love that one.
That one is iconic.
Yeah, I have that one. That's like my favorite.
So good.
Yeah. And then, so where can people find you?
So people could find me on TikTok at Paul Reacts with 2 S's. And then people could also find me on Instagram at Paul Reacts with, or excuse me. Can I check really quick? I'm so sorry. I don't know why I'm blinking out. Paul Reacts 2 S's. Okay. So people can find me on Instagram at Paul React with no S. And then you can find me on TikTok at Paul Reacts with 2 S's.
Awesome. Thank you so much for joining me.
No, thank you so much for having me. This was so much fun, Caroline. I loved it so much. I cannot wait to look more into your music, hear more about what you have, girl. I'm so excited about that.